Warning, spoilers for My Hero Academia Vigilantes episode 6. I must say how stunned I was after the intro, as the three bully characters actually had screen time. I thought they were going to be villains of the week style of villains who would come and go, but no, the show actually gave them screen time and actually made them seem quote unquote likable, checking on their friend who was in hospital. Pretty cool of them. Soga, who was the main leader of the bully group, actually surprised me and has changed the way I viewed him. Seeing the way people judged him so harshly in the past due to his quirk was a little sad. I understand now why he got into fights now, as he felt he was the only one who would stand up for himself. This flashback scene made me angry towards the school and the adults in his life, as no one tried to steer him into the right path. I felt like slapping that teacher who called the kid a villain. What an absolute piece of that was a messed up situation, dude. That's why there are so many villains causing chaos. No one wants to understand them. They would rather turn their backs on them and let them suffer than to be understood. They immediately judge them without even getting to know them. It honestly reminded me of Shrek and how the people of Far Far Away land judge the beloved character. Stories like this always makes me feel sad, as it is very true to our world. I feel like if you met someone who had a positive effect on him and believed in him that he could be a great hero, maybe things could have turned out differently. And Soga's transformation is more or less a manifestation of how he feels deep inside. He needs to cover himself with spikes so no one would hurt him, like how he gets into fights immediately after someone makes fun of him or gives him the grin that he hates. It makes sense as to why he hangs out with the other two villain characters, as they have quirks or appearances that society rejects. I do feel like Koichi and Soga will slowly become rivals and may end up working together. Soga is giving me Bakugo vibes. I feel like this show is more or less what if the hero system never existed in My Hero Academia and our main leads were vigilantes. But moving on from all that, I must say the action scenes looked impressive. I couldn't believe that the Red Warrior was actually the hero killer Stain, and now looking back, it makes so much sense with all he was saying. His battle with the Knuckle Duster was awesome. The action intensity and choreography were also impressive. The end of the episode was so dark, dude. I thought Stain had ended that girl's life. It was gruesome, gritty and gnarly, and his battle with Knuckle Duster more or less became the origin to him becoming hero killer Stain. I thought the line even more wicked than villains are those without resolve who pretend sham heroes to be a pretty intense line. I actually more or less agree with this point, as at the very least with villains who know who they are and what they're about. They don't pretend to be anything they're not. They are acting in a way you expect from a villain, but not how heroes are, as also in the real world as well as My Hero Academia, there are plenty of people who pretend to, but it is all a lie. They do it for money, fame or pride, while some do it but have no goal or resolve, which I think is what Hero Killer Stain was going on about. Very insightful. Overall, a good episode, one of my faves of this season. Once again, I cannot wait for the next episode, which will be episode 7.